Have you ever struggled releasing products on Amazon? Everybody who has sold on Amazon knows it can be a really lengthy and costly process. In this video, we speak about low-risk, low-budget method, a life cycle, a step-by-step action plan, how to release products faster with low budget and low risk. Now, if you have been struggling releasing products on Amazon, this video is for you. If you like it, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about Amazon, and if you want me to help you, just reach out, no problem. Like always, we have to find the market, a keyword, right? And then secondly, we need to, after we found like nice market, nice keyword, which supposedly like somewhere in this area, or let's say this area or this area. I recommend these markets, especially if you've never released something much before, and if you're not really confident, you don't know really what you're doing. This one is the best one because at least you're on the first page instantly and you can just climb up faster, even though the sales are lower. Sales are higher here, of course, but like I said, 2014 we had a problem. The problem was the problem was in demand. Nowadays the problem is not about demand. Now the problem is too many sellers, right? Back then there was a problem in demand, so we have to find, it was difficult to find keywords that had, enough demand. Now we have this problem, there's not enough, like demand is there, but sellers are not, too many sellers, right? And so lifecycle, basically, again, like that's the first step, find the market, right? And let's go back here, and finding the market, which basically means is that filling out this particular area here. Again, second is product development and competitive advantage. Again, no need to overcomplicate anything. This is the second part here. And again, this is where you find the market. This is where you develop the product, right? And secondly, then you communicate with suppliers about your product plan. And obviously you fill out this part here, right? So what happens then? What happens after that? Basically, you decide what product you want to proceed or not. So because it's a super different products. If you margin rate, for example, if you like, let's say this number is not here, right? So for example, you don't know how much ad cost per one unit is, right? So the reason we are testing products already is, for example, this product has maybe 23% margin rate, right? So for example, the first stage of here, communicate with the suppliers and get the numbers down for your plan, right? And again, like we are getting this plan down at this at the beginning, but when we test a product, then we can get ad cost per one unit. And let's give you an example. And I've done that mistake. I know probably every seller has done this mistake. They release something and they see they have 23% margin here, like this, and everything is really cool. They see, oh yeah, I mean, this idea is good. We have 23% margin rate, right? And now when they start advertising, what happens is that to acquire one sale, they need to pay $8. So what happens to your profit margins now, right? And that's the reason we don't want to pay that 2,300, like for 300 units from the get-go, because it's simply, we don't know what ad cost per one unit is. And I know, even from this crowd here, people who have lost products and lost money because of exactly that. And that's a serious thing, And luckily, guys, if you get this if you get this competing products here correctly, only less than 200 people, then you have less chance to hit like $8 per sale. Less chance. The more people, the more aggressive advertisements are, right? And so that's really normal. That can happen, and that's what we want to avoid, right? So when we create plan here, we create our perfect product idea here, right? And now when we do the testing product, basically the reason we're doing testing is we're going to get that number down here, right? So in order to understand, do we really need to pay, do we really want to pay that 2,300 to Supplier and order 300 units? Or maybe my 10 units already proved me that this is going to be like $10 per sale, and you know, my profit margins basically will plummet, right? So anyway, let's go back to the cycle. So that's the reason you want to kind of release the test product, right? And so you communicate with suppliers, you get the numbers down from a pure perfect product, you decide you want to proceed or not, you brainstorm and create a plan for a product testing. What type of product you want to test? Like what's that, how that test product should look like, right? Okay, I'm going to take this product that sells on Amazon right now, I'm going to add better box, and I'm going to just do better insert, and that's it, right? And then you're going to talk to suppliers to see what can they do to you, can they do the best patch or not. And if suppliers cannot produce you products for testing, then obviously you need to find out, how can I do it myself, right? And if you see that you either suppliers can do this or yourself you can do this, then sure, let's create a shipping plan. Let's create dummy shipping plan and listing. The reason you want to do that, obviously, you know guys already, right? So maybe some products are, you know, like they are inside a category, you cannot sell it. Maybe they are like poisonous, maybe they want some certifications, maybe some documentation is needed. You never know. You never know. So creating a listing on Amazon dummy shipping plan is a good thing because I already lost 5,000. You don't need to do that, right? So with this mistake. So now you have, after this area here, you kind of have like two ways to go, right? Either supplier will do your test batch for you, or you will do it yourself, right? You have two options, right? For some products, you know, they just don't want to do it. They can provide you the initial product, which is fine, but they don't want to really to move for 50 units or 10 units or 20 units. They just want to do that, right? And that's normal. That depends on the product, right? Some products they have already in a warehouse. It's the problem. Let's just buy 50 units from me and that's it. Go ahead. Goodbye, right? I don't want to do anything with you. So for some products, they will say, oh, sure, I can add, if you send me a new package, I can add it, no problem, right? So that's why step number 9 is that you're going to need to discuss with supplier with your test product plan. And you just made the instructions and then you talk to them, ask them, hey, can you do that? That's my plan. I want to add new box. I want to add better insert. I want to add this little extra element there. Can you do that? They will tell you, right? And if they say yes, obviously you send them all required designs. Maybe they need to print better box. Maybe they need to print a sticker on the basic craft box, right? Maybe they need to print a new insert, right? Or complete a new package, or maybe some logo or sticker, whatever, you know. Whatever you need to design, like print, you need to send them, right? Usually it's about instructions. You need to make sure that they have good instructions, right? And then obviously you ask them, like, I want to add that extra element to the product, right? Can you get that for me, or I should send it to you? Sometimes you need to buy something from AliExpress and just send it to your supplier. That was my last product, actually. I just bought from AliExpress 50 units of boxes. Nice, beautiful gift boxes. And guys, it's beautiful how beautiful gift boxes you can actually get from AliExpress. I just shipped the supplier and they just pack that product in that box. That was all. That was the only thing I did for this product for competitive advantage. Just bought a beautiful box. And if you go to AliExpress, right, and you can put like a gift box packaging, right? There's so many different types of boxes here, whatever you want. And even you can have these stickers, thank you stickers on it, right? And you can just buy it from here and ship it to supplier. They put your product here and boom, that you can already have like beautiful, whatever you want, right? There's tons of them, right? And so if they will say like, yeah, sure, then you send them designs, you send them boxes, whatever, and then you agree with them, sure, hey guys, how much does it cost, right? How much this plan cost of me, right? But you need to have a plan. The plan has to be there. You have to have a test product plan. If you don't have it, you don't know what you're doing. So, and again, like maybe the plan will change during this 10, 11, right? But then again, like here you go. Okay, so how much does it cost, right? How much does it cost the product, delivery time, and blah, blah. And then you ask them, create one sample. Next step, you ask them to create something. Like, don't ask them to create 100 units or 50 units before, like, can you create me one sample? It depends how expensive the product is. Like, if it doesn't cost like less than $8 or whatever, I don't know. It's up to you to decide that, but the point here is that if it's too expensive, or if you feel you want to have a sample before you confirm 50 units or 60 units or 100 units or 20 units, then ask them to create a sample before, right? And optionally, you can also order the closed best-selling sample from Amazon on the same time, so you receive one sample from China and one sample from, whatever, from Amazon, right? And then you can compare that, right? So this is my product now, this is product that sells on Amazon. Does it make sense, right? And of course, if your test product sample is okay, and you see that you want to continue with this product, then you ask them to complete all the samples, all the products, right? And when they've done all this, they repack, they printed your inserts, they put your product into a nice box, whatever, then you pay them 30% or whatever you agree with them. Like maybe with 50 units, they say like, no, I just pay 100% full, that's it. And it can be like that, right? Just about your negotiation. And if you paid them, obviously, next thing you want to do is you want to send them FNSKU labels that goes on the box, right? I always put on the FNSKU label, like on Amazon. Guys, this is important to listen. When you get FNSKU label from Amazon, I always edit that label in the Adobe Illustrator, and I write there made in China, because one thing that is required from all the countries is that it has to be written where the product is made. So I put this, like I just changed it's in vector format, so you can easily just change the text there, and I put like one more line that's made in China. So in this FNSKU label, there's a product name, that's barcode, product name, and made in China. 3 things. All right, cool. So you send that to the supplier. Let's put with made in China written on the label. Because if you send that gift box or any gift box for here to supplier and ask them to put your product like in that box here, right? Like this box doesn't have no text, right? But it's beautiful, right? So what we do, we just don't put any text, but we put the label, like white label, below the box here, and it's at least on the label it's written made in China, right? So we're done with this, so no problem. So then next thing to do is when supplier is done, ask how much is 1 unit size and weight, and how much is a shipping carton size and weight, and how many units in shipping carton. Everybody who has sold already on Amazon, they know that. The reason we want to do that is you want to create a shipping plan. In the shipping plan, they ask you, like, what's the 1 unit size and weight, what's the shipping carton weight, and how many units are in the shipping carton. You need to know that in order to create a shipping plan, and then you send shipping carton labels to supplier to attach to shipping carton. Right? And obviously, like before you ship anything out, the optional is also like it's up to you. Inspect the items or ask supplier to send pictures about these items for you, and if you're cool with that, then yeah, you just pay all the rest of the money or just ship it out, right? And that's pretty much it. How you do it with supplier. Okay, does anyone has any questions about that area right now? Wants anything discussed? Whatever comes to your mind, I'm happy to discuss that.
Yeah, hi Vic, this is Osku for a long time.
Osku.
Hey. Well, I am just finding. Can you little bit scroll up for the
first research stage?
Yes, thanks. So I am discussing with suppliers with my new product idea. I have been chatting in Alibaba, and I don't know, is it normal, but I am not a Chinese negotiator. I don't know how they do it, but they have these kind of list prices in some PDF catalogs, but
Yeah,
I am assuming that that price is negotiable. You can lower it, but they just insist to keep it. But they don't lower it.
yeah. I mean,
Of
that's
course,
why.
my
That's
negotiation skills is not in a master level, but I'm wondering that in this price negotiation part, uh, I am in the understanding that those prices are like starting point, and then you can just lower the price like in Chinese culture, like many tens of percents perhaps. Not
yeah.
the sample price, of course, but when you are ordering like 1,000 units or very much, then
All right. Actually, it makes sense. Let me just rephrase that area here for you, so it will be really actually better. Good question. Really good question. Communicate with suppliers and send them. 1 second. Send them your perfect product instructions. Get the numbers down for your perfect product, and choose. When I was doing first time in my product, I was talking with 34 suppliers. I know I overdid it because I was paranoid, right? But so what's the point? Eventually release the product. Still, it was crushed down by bad reviews. so much about that, right? Anyway, so what I want to say is that when you talk to suppliers, like here, you create instructions to get quotes. That's what you need to do. You need to come up with a plan. Like, what's the product you want to sell? And okay, again, this is what's done here. It's done super like carefully because it's expensive product. It probably took a month or two to do that. And to answer your question is here. You ask them instantly this question here, right? What's the price for 10,000, 5,000, 1,000 MOQ, right? And that's where you kind of like realize, okay, so is like okay, so MOQ price is this, but I know that it can go down 30% with 10,000 units, right? And if you don't do that, then obviously if you just ask MOQ price, then what can happen is that again, you don't really know how far the price can go down. Like, what's the price? And if you ask that question from at least 5 suppliers, you will start seeing like average trend. Like average trend, how much is 10,000 units, how much 5,000 units. The more specific this instruction is, the more accurate price you get. Obviously, you're not able to make it really specific anyway, because everything matters. Like even like stitching, double stitching, triple stitching. Like for example, if you want to do a bag, right? There can be like different zippers. There can be like the different like threads. Threads can be different length, width, like so many different things, right? The plastic can be 10 different type of plastics. Okay, so the wood can be having many different type of woods with many different type of moisture, like or how wet they are, right? So like I said, like you do the best you can, and I would suggest to do the best based on bad reviews, and that's it, not overcomplicating it. And if you ask that, then you know what's the 10,000 units price and what's the minimum order price, right? And what we do is here we're going to put minimum order quantity to price, right? If you want to add more lines here, like for example, you want to add here like what's the 10,000 unit price will be, then add that somewhere here, like add more line here, right? But for me, my next step, if I test product will succeed, is this number here. That's my next step, basically. If my test product will go well, this is the next number is this green area here for me to pay, right? And that's why I did it like this. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. Did I answer this question? No.
Yes, thanks. Very good, and also refreshing my memory of certain things which I in forgotten a lot. Yeah. Thanks. That was my work for tomorrow. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. By the way, I talked to one guy who's doing like they don't do Amazon, but he wanted to sell on Amazon because he's been sourcing for big companies in Europe for 30 years from China. And he said that even Disney, one pen of Disney had like a one whole page written requirements, like one pen. Like because like whatever you don't write down with Chinese, they will cut the cost from there, right? They will cut the cost from there. By the way, this product here failed because the legs were just too weak, right? They were there, and they were adjustable, but they were just too weak, and they were broken. And the second reason why this product failed was that it was pretty big, and it was packed in a way that with the transportation, these corners were like broken. Again, how do you know? Like imagine they just packed product wrong. Again, everything can happen, you know. That's why, you know, don't overthink it. Just do whatever you know, whatever you can, and just move gradually, not just exponentially. Don't try to minimize investments amount. Go one step at a time. I mean, at least that's what I'm doing because I lost so much money already. So
Viktor,
yeah.
I have one question more about this perfect product. I was wondering that if we are reading reviews of customers, and in first step, I thought maybe it's good to ask their standard products and how they avoid all these kind of problems the customers face today, and then reap out all these producers which action doesn't meet the requirements, and after this only to offer this like developed products. And then I faced problem that maybe it's too much, that if I put all our ideas there, what can be done with product, then it will be so expensive. Then
Yeah. I mean, it can be.
Yeah.
It can be so expensive. Yeah, it can be. And if this is the case, then I'm super happy that you say this way, because that shows that you're thinking out of the box. You know, this is not a like carved in stone framework. This is just a guideline framework, right? And if your product is that type of that has a lot of different things, then and you might freak out the supplier, right? So you're coming from nowhere, and then you send this like 10, 20 different ideas on one product to supplier in one spreadsheet, and they can freak out. So like if this is the case and nobody's answering you, you can just ask like quotes for just base product what they have at the beginning, of course, to get communication going.
Yes.
Yeah, to get communication going, because but that's why sometimes last year we even made the website. It's down now because we don't need it, but back then we even made a website that we have like a decent company behind it who's doing sourcing from other companies. We have a sourcing company, and then we are getting quotes from you, and then because they are looking also like, do you have a company? Are you sending email from your Gmail account, or are you have a company already? Like, because this company has a website, they are doing validation for you too, because they're getting hundreds of these type of people sending them messages all the time. So that's why doing this template in a way decently, and also maybe putting your company information here, like a website that's like written here, is something like putting some NDA, like talk here, right? This is good stuff, right? Helps you to somehow helps them to understand that you're legit. Maybe even put the logo on the header here. Like, all right. So let's go back to the page. So basically, find the market, develop the product, find the supplier, get numbers down, decide if you want a product or not, brainstorm to create a plan, what type of product you want to test. Talk to suppliers, can they do that for you? If they're not, then think about how you can do that yourself. And if you feel that you can do that, then create shipping plan and dumping shipping plan in Amazon. That's research in a nutshell, right? Now, if supplier can produce the product, it's really nice. But then again, guys, look at here. This is like 10 to 24 steps, right? Now, if you do it yourself, it's actually faster. If you can do that yourself, right? So let's do that. So let's say supplier says like, I don't want to do this. This is bullshit. Nobody wants to deal. Nobody's here. They will send you that. Yeah, I can do that, but I don't care about your 50 units. I'm not going to do that for you for this month. You need to order 300 to 500 to 1,000 for you to do that, right? And sure, then you need to do it yourself. If you see that if you see that you can make profits with your perfect product and suppliers can do that, then you can may want to still produce that yourself, right? And so again, like what's the first thing? You think about the test the product plan and where can you get the items? Where are you going to get the product? Maybe you can order the base product from supplier. Supplier says, yes, sure, I can sell you 50 units, but I'm not going to do anything with that. So sure, let's send me that, right? Send me one, let me see the quality first, right? Depends on the price. So maybe you can order that from AliExpress. Maybe you have a store in your city that sells that product, right? And has a really good quality. Why not? That's perfect, right? Now calculate all the costs possible. Like first you have a plan, what test product you want to sell, obviously, what you can do yourself, what type of test product you can do yourself. And then you calculate the costs possible, decide how many units you want to test. I mean, buying things yourself to your home, assembling them, is a little bit more expensive than doing that in China at supplier's place, right? And so you calculate the numbers roughly and see how many units you want to test. Then you go to the store and buy 10 units, 15 units, 20 units, who cares? Like how much? Like actually I'm going to do that next week, guys, in Estonia. Just because I'm so curious about this product. And then get additional elements required for your product. What do you need? Like, what do you need? Like, just need to get it. Like, okay, I need new box for this. Yeah, I don't want to use this box. I need to print some insert, right? Stuff like that. So you create this insert yourself with the Canva. Canva is super simple to use. Get your boxes, get your packages, and then obviously you repackage everything. And obviously when you've done that, then you can print the FNSKU from Seller Central, stick it to the product, and when everything's complete, measure product size, weight, pack them into one carton, and measure the carton size and weight. With this, you can do the shipping plan on Amazon and print the label and stick on the carton. So you go to DPD or DHL or FedEx, whatever website, you can register your product there. They can pick it up from your home, or then go directly to these couriers and ship them to Amazon. Remember, like there's one more thing. If you're in Europe and you ship to Europe, it's so much better. The only problem with shipping to Europe from Europe to Europe is easy. It's really easy. But from China to Europe, you have to have a customs broker because it comes from third world country, right? From Europe, like in Estonia, we were selling honey. Just registered, like my Filipino VA registered the product in DPD website, and they just went to this Estonian supplier and pick it up in a box and ship to Amazon Europe, UK back then. Literally, no hassle, complete hassle-free, super easy service. But obviously, from China to Europe, it's instantly. When it's more than $25, at least in Estonia, if the invoice for the transport of the if the invoice for the product is more than $25 or euros, it's going to be instantly stuck in the customs, right? There needs to be a customs broker. So yeah, so what are priorities when testing products? Speed, quality, and obviously before that, before the speed actually is plan. Like what is the plan for perfect product? Can you make profits, right? You have the plan. That's a research stage, right? So if the plan is there, then testing products, speed is most important. Quality is, again, second most important, because one thing you're validating is ad cost. For ad cost, you don't need quality. Who cares about the quality? You need just good listing, well, beautiful listing. If you get bad reviews with your testing products, it's fine. You create new listing anyway, right? So the speed is number one, because you can have this analysis paralysis with this Amazon product and with this Amazon business, when you want to kill everyone and yourself as well after 6 months of doing analysis, you don't want to have that, right? So get your plan done as quickly as possible and test it out as quickly as possible, right? So speed is more important than the profitability is not the profitability is not even here on the list here, because it's a product test. It's meant for a reason. The reason is to get your cost down, ad cost down. Are you able to make any sales at all with this product? And also to boost your motivation if it works. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you need any help or you have any questions, just comment below or send me a message. And of course, subscribe to the channel and thumbs up and send it to your friend if your friend might benefit from this video. Thank you so much. Ciao.